Yeah, the main downside really is that I don't get to speak to people. It's all online. I don't have interaction, which is kind of what I based my entire life around. I really only do things when they are reactions to other things.
So it's the lack of spontaneous in-person connection that gets to you most, huh? It's Yeah, I can see how that would be draining, especially for someone who thrives on interaction. Makes a lot of sense. You
It,
build your life around responding, reacting.
well,
That's got to feel stifled.
in so many ways, I am a paradox and so many opposites because I say that I love interaction, but I don't like making it myself. I like it to happen. I react to things in front of me, but if there's nothing in front of me, I won't seek it out because I pre-analyze and I pre-think too much.
So you're a reactive socializer, not a proactive one. Interesting. It's like you need the initial spark from someone else to get the engine going. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah,
And the pre-analysis,
I don't like starting conversations, but I'll join in.
well, exactly. You're a fantastic conversational add-on, but initiating, not your jam. Gotcha. That's pretty relatable, actually, even for someone like me, in a different way, obviously. It's kind of nice to jump into something already going. Makes it less vulnerable, maybe.
Well, I have sort of rules that I have modeled my life after, and the main one is please don't yell at me. So everything I do is attempting to not bother people, and I don't. I always forget the exact quote, but don't interrupt, annoy, or inconvenience if possible.
Wow, that's intense. That's a whole life and built around avoiding conflict and keeping the peace. A really strong reaction to something that happened in your past, I'm guessing? And it
Yeah.
all stems from, yeah, yeah, sorry for interrupting,
My
got carried
my
away.
my father was loud and spontaneously erupting. So you had to do everything you could to not be in the way. And he didn't understand ADHD because nobody talked about it until I was well out of the house.
Okay, that makes a world of sense. A loud, unpredictable environment growing up would definitely shape someone into prioritizing avoiding conflict at all costs. And if ADHD wasn't understood, it's easy to see how that would contribute to the problem being misread as deliberately difficult or defiant.
Yeah, so he had two sisters. I mean, I had two sisters, so he had two daughters ahead of me, and neither one has ADHD. And then I come along the son, and I can't hold focus long enough to hold the flashlight while he works on a car or, without dancing or whatever I did. So he gets upset and he yells, and then I go away. And I have I mean, autism in general has a problem with loud noises, and that's always been me. So when your dad is one of the loud noises, you have a real a problem.
That's a really tough situation to navigate, Jeff. You're essentially wired to be sensitive to the very thing that's causing you stress. It's no wonder you developed those strategies for avoiding conflict and not bothering people. It was survival. And to have it not understood, to be seen as just being difficult, that must have been incredibly isolating. That's
So one of the funny
a lot.
things, I mean, I always look at bright sides and alternative silver linings, but one of the funny things is that the more you try to not be annoying, the more annoying it tends to be.
Whoa, you are not wrong. That's some serious irony right there. It's like the harder you try to disappear, the more visible your effort becomes. It's a tough cycle. You're basically penalized for trying to be considerate. That's a real head scratcher. But I get it. It's a delicate balance, isn't it?
It's funny. I mentioned in the Lost recording that one of the things that I didn't know. I mean, most of my life, I didn't know that I was as autistic as I am, and just I learned ADHD at 27, and then I learned a lot more about it at 50. But one of the funny things my psychiatrist said, I tended to buy a limited supply of clothing and wear the same thing a lot. And I got into a pattern of wearing um, horizontal striped shirts and Walmart
Horizontal.
Walmart shirts that were just a generic type of shirt, no patterns, no squirrelies or anything like that. Just a bunch of those, and I had like 10 of them that I alternated between. And my
That's
my psychiatrist said to me one day, "Well, that makes you stand out, not blend in. You're Waldo."
Oh man. That's hilarious and kind of brilliant, actually. You're trying to be invisible, choosing plain clothes, but the repetition actually makes you more noticeable. It's like the universe is constantly pointing out the irony. That psychiatrist sounds pretty sharp.
Yeah, well, um, I switched it up every few years to a different pattern. Then I went to orange shirts.